Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is Win It Wednesday. So just like I started talking about on Monday when I read Hands Up, I really want to show you a way that you can feel really empowered and in charge of kind of what's going on in our country right now. A lot of the things you may be seeing are really scary and get even scarier when it feels really out of our control and of your control. So there are so many ways that you change the world every single day. I've seen it throughout this entire year. You are so amazing and you care so much, and the world really needs people like you. So there's this really sweet book called Kamala and Maya's Big Idea, and I'm going to read it to you. It's actually about, it's Kamala, the author is Kamala Harris's niece, and she wrote it about Kamala Harris and Meena, the author's mom, so they're sisters growing up. And it just shows how much power you can have when you start with this big idea, and if you put enough work into it and start a team and find support and keep working even though things get hard, you can have so much effect on the world and start to make the world a place that you want to live in. So I'm going to put the screen over here and I will start the reading. So this is Kamala and Maya's Big Idea. You know what should be out there, Kamala? Asked her sister Maya. Us, said Maya. A slide, said Kamala. And a swing, Maya added. A playground, they shouted together. Kamala and Maya had an idea. It was a very good idea and a very big idea. They were going to need help. Wouldn't it be great if there was a playground in the courtyard, Maya said. That does sound nice, Mommy agreed. How can we make that happen, Kamala asked. Well, I suppose the first step would be to ask the landlord, the person who owns the building. So Kamala wrote a letter and drew pictures as they went to see the landlord to discuss their idea. The landlord thought about it for less than a second. I don't think so. No. That was not the answer they wanted, but they weren't ready to give up. That night, the sisters tried to think of ways to turn a no into a yes. They asked the other kids in the building if they wanted a playground in the courtyard. Did they? Of course they did, and they had ideas too. Let's have a teeter-totter, and a basketball hoop, and flowers. So Kamala wrote a longer letter and they went to see the landlord together. Dear landlord, right now the courtyard, our building, is empty and no one uses it. If there were swings, kids could fly high. If there was a sandbox, kids could build. If there was a slide, kids could go so far, so fast. Could you build it, please? The landlord thought about it for less than 5 seconds. A project this big is expensive. We don't have the money for that. Do your parents know you're here? This was not the answer they wanted, but Kamala was not ready to give up. If we ask our parents and do it all ourselves, can we fix up the courtyard? The landlord thought about that for a whole 10 seconds. Finally, he shrugged. If you can do it yourselves, sure. This wasn't exactly the answer they wanted, but it was a start. The kids all spoke to their parents about their ideas for the courtyard. They hung up posters and knocked on neighbors' doors. But they got the same answers from everyone. I'm sorry. Wow, that is a big job. I wish I could help. Which they know meant no, no, no. Then Mr. Green stopped to talk. I work construction, and I could maybe get some scrap lumber and some sand for a box. For a sandbox. Really, Kamala said. Yes, exclaimed Maya. Yes, exclaimed Maya. Okay, I'll try. It wasn't a yes, but right now, maybe was the sweetest word they had ever heard. Maybe gave them hope. The next weekend, maybe turned into a yes. The kids all helped measure, and Mr. Green cut the boards. Then they sanded and hammered and sanded some more. Then came the actual sand. They were all thanking Mr. Green when Miss Lopez stopped to talk. I work at a garage. Maybe they have an extra tire for a teeter-totter. Another maybe. In the weeks that followed, lots of I don't knows turned into maybes and then yeses. No one could do everything, but everyone could do something. Kamala and Maya wanted everyone to celebrate the new playground, so they made another big poster inviting their neighbors to a potluck party. There were hot dogs and hummus, spicy chicken and potato salad, strawberries and brownies and lemonade. Mrs. Flores set up a sprinkler for the kids to run through. Mr. Green brought the music. Kamala admired the new playground, but she noticed there was still one thing missing. No one knew how to make a slide, but Miss Flores knew where they might buy one. I teach at Emerson Elementary, and they are redoing their playground. Maybe we could buy the old slide. This was a different kind of maybe. How can we afford that maybe? But now everyone was trying to find a way to turn that maybe into a yes. These brownies are delicious. Maybe we could have a bake sale. We can all bring toys and books and have a sidewalk sale. No one could do everything, but everyone could contribute something. When the slide arrived at last, Maya and Kamala got the first ride. The landlord was impressed. I want to shake your hand, girls, he said. You did a good job. You all did a good job. Kamala and Maya had an idea. It was a very good idea and a very big idea. And with a lot of help, they made it happen. Hooray for Kamala and Maya! Hooray for the Purr sisters! What's next, Kamala? Kamala looked up and said, I'm wondering what the view is like from the roof. The end. So I hope you enjoyed that book. Like it said, it shows so much about how much power you have when you have this big idea and you're willing to work towards it, especially in this country where, like I said on Monday, a lot of people of color are not being treated fairly, are not given the same rights, are not allowed the same safety that we all deserve as human beings. And I know how much change you can make just by having a big idea of how this all can change. Either it's writing letters, drawing pictures, speaking up, noticing something's not right, and working to make a change. And that makes all of the difference. And I really, really am so thankful for that you are all in this world to make the world a better place where all people will want to live and where all people, no matter of their skin color, feel safe. So I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.